Awesome. Well, I'm excited to hang out with y'all. I'm obviously Jaren Sustar, have the brand Finance Cowboy online. Appreciate everybody who follows the brand. And I'm excited. There's this misconception that real estate's only for the wealthy. Let's nip that in the bud right now. Like, real estate is not only for the wealthy. That is the most, whatever the word is, biggest lie. It's a huge myth. I think real estate exists to make you wealthy. I think it exists to make the everyday person rich. And so we have to change that mindset to this isn't attainable for me. It's only for a certain club of people, to know this is wide open for the everyday average person. And I have to go grab it. Our goal, with Mariah and Corey today, is to give you guys information that takes it a step further for you guys. That's that next step in the journey so you can be successful in real estate and, obviously creating the life of your dreams. So Mariah then reached out and asked if we could do a joint webinar together. I jumped on the opportunity ASAP because I work with Backflip personally. They helped me get through deals. We're actually going to be talking about a deal that I'm in the middle of right now that I'm partnering with Backflip on. And so I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think that they were a good partner for everybody, but I have personal experience with them. Our students work with them. They're awesome. So it's going to be cool how we set this up today. I'm going to walk you through and teach you all the things that we talked about, and then show you how I integrate it with them, because they are an integral part of what I do with the fix and flips. And I'm going to share with you what we do with fix and flips to be successful, because fix and flips give you an awesome opportunity to be very successful in real estate. All right, so let's dive in. So how do we know what price to buy the property at for a flip? So you may be thinking like, okay, you knew, man, it didn't work for a rental property. We're not talking about today. We're talking about that today. But how did you know that this deal was going to make sense as a flip? All right, I'm going to give you guys a formula that I use every time I'm running numbers to tell me exactly what I need to pay for a flip, so I can make sure that I'm giving myself the best chance possible to make a good profit. So formula looks like this. See if I can fit it all on the screen. We got ARV, which is after repair value. We'll talk about that here in a second, times 70% minus rehab equals purchase price. Can everybody see that? So this formula lets us know if we follow this whole equation, I know it seems crazy. It's like you're back in algebra, but I'm gonna show you how to make it easy. We follow this, then we know what to buy the property at as a flip to make sure that we are getting a good deal. Now, ARV is just after repair value. So this just means, what is the worth of the home after rehab? Okay. What is the worth of the home after rehab? The beautiful thing about residential real estate is it is incredibly easy to figure out what the worth of a home is going to be after rehab, because residential real estate value is based on comparable sold homes in the area. So to find out what the home we're interested in is going to be worth after it's fixed up, all we have to do is go close by and see what comparable homes fixed up have sold for. Back in the day, you would have to find this ARV manually. Like, a lot of times I would go into Zillow and I'd type in sold homes and the number of bed baths that my property had and the square footage that my property had, and look up all the sold homes that were comparable to the one I was looking at, right? And it was tedious. It took a lot of time. You weren't sure if you were doing it accurately. And so it's just a tedious process that you got to know what you're doing to get it right. Well, one of the cool things, and I'm going to let Corey take it over, about the Backflip app is they can pull that ARV for you. What is it? 60 times faster than you doing it by yourself. And for me, it may even be faster than that. I mean, I know they can't claim that, but I'm just telling you the time it takes me to run comps compared to literally plugging in the address and them doing it for me is ridiculous. So I'm gonna let Corey share his screen right here and show you guys what it looked like for me on 2903 Edgewood Avenue to know what the ARV of this home was going to be after I rehabbed it.
Yeah, so awesome. We're going to search the property. 2903 Edgewood. And then it brings up the correct property address. Go ahead and click that. It's finding the comps within 1 mile radius last 6 months. And the suggested ARV is located right there. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll be able to see the comps that are used. It looks like this ARV was constructed of 6 comps out of 62. So there's a lot of good comparables in the area. So you can go ahead and view all comps right here. And these are the suggested comps that it's using to get the 294 ARV at $181 per square foot. And then, what's great about this, if you have a different strategy to analyze comps, you can sort by square foot, sold price, sold date. So there's a couple different options for you to find the comps that work best for you. And then also, if you look up here, we have the nice map that shows, the neighborhoods and locations of these comps.
Love it. That's awesome. You guys think that's pretty easy? If you think that's easy, type in the chat, put easy. Isn't that a lot faster than you having to go and do it by yourself? Like, you literally plug it in, spits it out for you. Okay. So now we know what this home, we're gonna have a really good idea of what this home is going to be worth after we've rehabbed it. So now we got to go back to our equation. Okay. So we're going to take 296,000, that's our ARV, and we're going to multiply it by 70%. This is going to give us $207,000, call it $207,000. So the first part of our equation is done. Okay. Now we're still not, that's not our purchase price. Okay. Now we got to factor in rehab. 207,000 minus rehab. So what is our rehab going to be? Guys, the best way to find out pricing on rehab is to get a number, like 2 to 3 contractors go and quote you. Okay. That's going to give you the most accurate data for gauging a rehab. But if you want to do a quick analysis, if you're going to do a light rehab, you're looking at, call it $20 a square foot. If you're doing a medium rehab, so, it's not just a light cosmetic rehab, but it's not necessarily a full gut, call it $30 a square foot. And then if we're doing a full gut going all in, it could be $40+ a square foot. Now, I knew this flip wasn't going to be just some light aesthetics, throw paint and be done. And I also knew it wasn't going to be a full gut. So we were going to be around the $30 a square foot measure when it came to analyzing what the rehab amount was going to be. So what I did is I took the square footage of the home, 2903 Edgewood Avenue, which I think is 1,628, and I multiplied it by $30. Okay. And that told me that my rehab was going to be right around $50,000. I think it's like 48,840. So for easy math, we'll do $50,000. Okay. Again, but most accurate way to do this is to get contractors to go and quote you, but you can use the price per square footage as just a quick measure to say, okay, this is a good ballpark of what this is going to cost to rehab. Could be up, 10%, could be a little bit lower. Most of the time it's higher because that's just how rehab goes. Okay. So once we've got our rehab number, we've got our ARV times 70%, which gives us 207. And then we're going to subtract $50,000 from 207,000. And that tells us we need to buy this property at $157,000. And I actually bought it for $148,000. So this is what we want to purchase this property. Like, we need to buy this at least 158. All right. I ended up getting it at 148. So I think I did a fantastic job.